And then the next thing you're going to do is to create a profile. And we've already talked about the username. It can only be 15 characters total anyways, but it should be representative of your work and memorable, which is not easy to do, really. Well, I'm helping one of the offices of the U.S. government, Department of Education, decide on a hashtag, and it's really going back and forth. And then the profile image, and then this URL that's at the top is a little Twitter help screen, and it's very useful. But they suggest that the profile image should be 400 by 400. That way it won't be distorted, and it should be visually representative of your organization and fit well in a small space. And I will leave that up to you to figure out what fit well in a small space means. And then the bio, and I have examples of these profiles in the next slides. But the bio is really important. In 160 characters, you want to be clear and concise, but also be representative of what your Twitter account is going to be accomplishing. I can actually, I don't know if Rebecca will be able to. Let me see if I can just do it here. businesstwitter.com. .com/basics.
While you're doing that, Heidi, just a couple of things about this. Because I was doing it, I work as a contractor for Turk, so I wanted to make sure that the profile and the bio were very attached to them and not to me, but I really wanted to make it personal, so it wasn't just this entity talking to people. So I did use my name, my first initials and last name in my bio, but saying that I was tweeting for them, representing them, and then what they stood for, and again, kind of that soul of what they stand for. The other thing that's important about making sure your username is short is that when you write your 140 characters, when you put things in, all of that counts if you're going to be using that. So towards your 140 characters.
And you want other people to be able to use yours as well.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I just put in the URL. Sorry, the first time I typed it, I didn't have a hyphen by create a profile. So you'll just have to copy it and then make that small little change. And then it's really important that you have a URL in your profile, and these are things you can change even if you already have an account. But there's nothing a little bit more frustrating than when you're drawn into the organization by your somebody's Twitter feed, and then you don't really know where to go to get more information, or you have to go to Google. And then the header image is the image at the top, and then here, and we'll send out these slides afterwards, but here are a couple of dimensions that you can use, 1500 by 500. And then again, distinctive represents the work, could include text.